December, week 2, language, all grades, lesson 1, preposition key experience. The green ivy is a noun family. The green ivy. Article, adjective, noun. Wraps is a verb. The oval basket is another noun family. And the relationship between them is around. You guys see that? The green ivy wraps around the oval basket.
That's not real green ivy.
No, it's fake.
Because if we did touch it, it would be poison ivy.
The pretty flowers is a noun family. The clay pot is another noun family. And the relationship between them is on top of. On top of. The golden 100 squares is a noun family. The 1,000 cube is a noun family, but there's no adjective, right? It's just the and 1,000 cube. So that time the older sister adjective is doing homework somewhere. And the relationship between them is under. You see how the 100 squares are under the 1,000 cube? Under. I want you guys to imagine a river with a bank on one side and a bank on the other side, and then a bridge connecting those banks and forming a relationship between the river banks. And long ago, they made bridges out of ivy, and so they were green, and they would, ivy or other kinds of vines, and they would throw the vines across the river to somebody on the other side, and that person would grab it and tie it to a tree. And they'd do that again a few times until it was strong enough for you to walk on. And you'd hold on to the higher ones, and your feet would be on the lower ones, and you'd be swinging around all over, right? So that's where we get this green color. The first bridges were made of green plants, vines, and they were swinging bridges. But then the Romans came along, and they made bridges that were stronger. They used the arch. So we're going to flip this over. And you can see that beautiful arch shape that were real strong bridges that you would not fall off of, okay? But we kept the green color because the first bridges were made of plants. And so this is the symbol for these words that show the relationship between two noun families. What's the relationship between Miss Cammie and the rug?
Nothing.
You're right there. You're right on the rug.
On. Thank you, Gideon. On. The relationship for Miss Cammie and the rug is on. What's the relationship with the ceiling and me? The ceiling
Is above.
above. Good, above. So these words that express the relationship between two noun families, they're called prepositions, and they get this little green bridge shape. This is the preposition key experience. We get the word preposition from preponere, which means to place before. It's kind of a long word, I'm sorry. And they're very cool words because they show relationship between noun families. But are they as important as nouns and verbs? Not quite, right? So you see how they're kind of a little smaller. All right? It is important to know where things are, but it's more important to know what they are. So nouns tell you what they are, and it's also more important to know what they're doing, and that's the verb, all right? So these are a little smaller. If you have a big black triangle, come up one at a time and put your black triangle on a noun. Good job, Kate. Find a noun. So you want the ivy, social distance. Pot, basket, 1,000 cubes, 100 square. All right. I need one more for flowers. Does anyone have one more? Flowers. Flowers is a plural, just like 100 squares. We have 2 plural nouns. Okay. If you have a dark blue adjective symbol triangle, come and put it on the adjective. You want to do golden, or pretty, or clay, or green, or oval. Clay. Clay. Okay. Good. Clay. The pot is made of clay. Oval. Okay. Do keep it there. Anybody else with an adjective? Okay. Yeah, some people can go a couple times. You're good. You have one? Do you want to do green or pretty or golden? Pretty. All right. If you have a tiny little pale blue triangle, we have a lot of those. Those are articles. Come and put your triangle onto that. Thank you. Good. Good. Any more? Should have a couple more. And then I think we need one there or there. You can pick. All right. If you have the new symbol, the preposition, come and put it on one of the prepositions on the board. You could do around, on top of, or under. Any more? Here comes Andrew. You can do under, okay? That's the one you said earlier. Good job. And last of all, if you have a verb symbol, come and put your verbs in place.
That's what you did.
Yep.
The only one left.
Put takes energy, right? Wraps. Wrapping takes energy. And do we have one for place? Can you put it there? Thank you. Now go ahead and sit back down. And can anybody tell me a preposition before we wrap up the lesson? Anybody can tell me one? Grayson.
Around.
Around. How about one that's not on the board? Can you go ahead and sit? Andrew.
Out of.
Ooh, did you hear Andrews, everybody? Out of.
Outside.
JD.
To the side.
To the side of. Good.
Far away from.
Far away from, Alder. Wow. Silas.
From the north.
To the north of.
Up above.
Up above. Good, Caden. Grayson.
Inside.
Inside. Lake.
The chicken is on the Eiffel Tower.
On. The chicken is on the Eiffel Tower. So those are all prepositions. So I think you guys have a pretty good idea what prepositions are. When you think about Leif's, he went ahead and gave us a whole sentence, which I didn't ask for. But what was interesting was you heard the 2 noun families. Chicken, Eiffel Tower, and the relationship was on. All right? And so when you do this work, if you're the same age as Danian, you're going to do the top 2 tickets and 2 of these sentences. Same age as Grayson, you do the whole thing. Same age as Ruben, you do the top 2 tickets and make up 4 of your own. And that's how you do the preposition key experience.